Welcome back. It's art time class. Today I'm going to be showing you how to start a Boondoggle keychain starter. It's going to look something like this. Here's one that I've already decorated. Let's go ahead and look at the materials we're going to need. You're going to need some cardboard, some kind of recycled paper material that's strong and won't break. I'm going to use a cup to trace a circle shape. And then you're going to need a pair of scissors and something to poke holes with. Here I have a hole punch, and then something to use to trace and draw out this whole symbol and shape, and I'm going to use a Sharpie for that today. These are the different steps we're going to create. First we'll make this shape on a piece of recycled cardboard, and then we're going to start cutting it out. When we cut it out, first we're going to cut out the outside area, then we're going to cut out these little triangle pieces here. Then we're going to punch holes with our hole punch. Once you have all the holes punched, we're going to go ahead and cut through on this line here. And then we'll have the finished item. I also decided to decorate mine for fun. Let's go ahead and make one. Here I have a piece. I'm going to use my cup. And I'm going to use the smaller area. You want your circle to be smaller than the palm of your hand. If it's really big, it's going to be harder to hold. And if it's super small, it's also going to be hard to work with. So you want it somewhere in the size of the palm of your hand. Here's this one that's probably the perfect size for my full-grown adult hand. I'm going to go ahead and take this. And I recommend this project for anyone who's in 3rd grade or above. Adults included. If you are younger and you're in 2nd grade or 1st grade and you really want to try this, you probably can figure this out with help. So don't give up. It's okay to get help and figure this out. Here we go. All right, so here is my circle that I've traced. The next thing I'm going to do is draw an X. The bigger the X is, the more loop I'll have. So that's this part right here, this big loop area. Here's two that have 0, like none whatsoever. And then here's one that I made earlier using this one. And see how big that loop is? All right. So the bigger this is, the bigger that's going to end up being. Let's do our circles, little dots here. And then I'm going to mark where my triangle cutouts are going to be. All right. The next thing we're going to do is start cutting this out. When we're cutting, we want to be very safe with our scissors. Here I'm going to start. Have my arm close to my body, scissors pointed away. I'm not going to play with scissors. I'm not going to mess with someone who is using scissors. There we go. As you saw, I rotated this as I was cutting. I did not rotate my scissors and move my arm up and around. Once I move my arm up and around, I lose control as I do that. You want to keep it really close and tucked into your body. That's going to keep most control and keep it very safe. And put this here. All right, now I'm going to cut out these here at the end. I want to make a little bitty triangle when I cut these out. Here. See that little triangle piece I'm cutting out? It's really important you keep your eyes on what you're doing when you're working with scissors. Please be safe. Never run with scissors. Now it's time to do our hole punch. Let's see, we are right here, ready to do our hole punch. So we're gonna go right over these. Now I can put my hand underneath to help catch. If I want to have a little fun, I can take it up like this, and let's see if I can get you guys. And that way it kind of goes forward. Can have a little fun with our art, as long as we're being safe. And as long as we clean up afterwards, that's important. You have to go after and clean up all of these. So if you want to make it really easy for yourself, take your hand, cup underneath, that's how you'll catch it. All right, we're almost done. Now we're gonna go ahead and pick up our scissors again, and we're gonna cut through using these hole punch openings to cut. Okay, so I'm gonna slip my scissors in here like this. Okay. All right, so here we have our finished product. Let's go ahead and make a sample. So here I have our string right here. You're going to take your first of your two colors and you're going to feed it in, going down, and then you're going to come back up and out. You'll want to go ahead and take both ends of your string, pull up, get them so they're even. Okay. Let's go ahead and take our blue string. We're going to feed it down the other two and back up. So we're weaving these two. Let's go ahead and even them out by grabbing those two ends and pulling up. All right, guys, you ready to do the box knot? This is like the simple start. What you're going to do is take this blue or the red, doesn't matter which string you start with. I'm going to go ahead and start with this blue one. I'm going to pull that over, and see that opening I created? I'm going to just put that in there. Now this blue string is in between this one, this blue one, and this red string over here. And I'm actually going to go in a circle going around. So that means I need to do this red string now. So I went from blue to red. Now I'm going to go to this blue string. Let me get this here and bring that over and across. I'm going to use that little opening I created to help hold the string in place. Now the last string we're going to do is we're going to take this red string and we're going to go up, over, and then under the loop from our very first blue string that we moved. I can take all the tail ends and pull those to tighten it. Let's see how it looks. There we go. Let's go ahead and do another layer. So now I have my strings. Just like before, I'm going to go ahead and pick one of them. I can do blue or red. Doesn't matter which string I start with. I'm going to go ahead and do red this time. I'm going to take our first string and pull it over and use that little notch that I have before and put that in there to help hold it in place. Now I'm going to go in a circle. I went from this red, now I'm going to go to the blue next to it, going over and into that little notch right there. Now to do the red string I haven't moved yet, I'm going to take that one and go up and over and go onto that little notch right there. My strings are trying to cross right here. I need to make sure not to let them cross with my last string. This last blue string I'm going to take over and under. And I'm going to tighten these. We go here. Looks like the red strings are not even right now. Now's a good chance to fix that. If I can, I'm going to take the long string and feed it through. Let's see if that helps some. Oh yeah, that's a big difference. Let's go ahead and check our blue string. Blue string is off by quite a bit as well. Let's take that long string. We're going to push that through. We're going to try to pull it out on the other side. Help even that out a bit more. Let's check them again. Oh, that's much closer. All right. Now we're going to do one more final layer before we take it off. If we want to continue making it, we can keep it on here longer. I want to show you guys how we'll take it off. Let's go ahead and do another layer. I'm going to take my red string. I'm going to pull it across. Since I'm pulling it across in between these two strings, I get to go in a circle, so it needs to be in this direction to the blue string here. I'm going to go ahead and pull it over and put it in this little spot right there. I want to keep that loop there. Now with this red string, whoop, there we go. This red string, I'm going to pull that over and put that in its little spot over here to help hold it in place. The very last blue string here, I'm going to go over and under the loop, just like so. And then I can tighten this. When I'm ready to take this off, just pull that out. And here you have your keychain started and ready to go. Thank you so much for watching with me. Till next time, class, keep creating.